Well, we're now exploring angle relationships, and one of the first things that we come to is we're looking at adjacent angles and linear pair and vertical angles. Now, an adjacent angle, these are angles that share a common vertex and they have a common side. And a linear pair, um, they are adjacent angles, but what's special about them is that their non-common sides form a ray or a line. In other words, these are two angles that together, the angles both together form a line, and therefore they're also, as we're going to be discussing in a few moments, what we call supplementary, in that their angle measures are going to equal 180 degrees, linear pair. You need to get linear pair fixated in your mind, because we will use that many times over to help us solve some situations, as well as a vertical angle. Now, vertical angles, they're not adjacent, they are non-adjacent, and they are opposite each other, and they are formed by the intersection of two lines. So let's take a look at what we have here before us, which is cheerleaders in a formation. And we're asked to identify some angle pairs in a linear pair, as well as two acute vertical angles. And first thing I want to do in looking at this is, well, okay, where are the lines? If I got to find a linear pair, or even vertical angles, which of these segments actually form a line? Because some of these do not. Well, if I look right here, H, J, that point there, and M right here, that forms a line. And K, J, again, and N, that forms a line. Now those segments, OJ and LJ, they're line segments, but they're not forming a straight line with any of the other two, because they have there's an angle there. It's not going to be a straight line. Now, when we're looking to identify a linear pair, there's actually six, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's six linear pair here. I'm going to just name a couple of those, and I'll list the other four, but you may want to take a look and see if you can find the other four yourself. Now, let's see what we have. Well, HJK, this angle right here, HJK, and KJM, all of this, those two angles together form a line. So I can say here then that angle HJK, and we're going to call it KJM. Remember, I could call that MJK as well. But remember, now my vertex has got to be in the middle. Now let's look at this line KN. Let's see if we can pick out another linear pair. Let's see, if I go NJO, 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 that would be, nope, NJH. If I go NJH, this angle right here, and HJ, NJH, 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 yeah, NJH and MJ, MJ, yeah, right here. MJN, this angle, those two form a linear pair. So let's see, what did we say that was? NJH, angle NJH, and MJN. Those two form a linear pair. Let me go ahead and list the others. Let's see. I got angle HJL and LJM. That's a linear pair. KJL, LJN. And angle LJN. That's another linear pair, so that's 4 of them. KJM. I got KJM, and MJN. There's another linear pair. MJO and OJH. OJH forms a linear pair. I mean, I got it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be all of them. Okay, there we go. Linear pair. Two adjacent angles that together form, the angles together form a straight line. They're supplementary. They're equal to 180 degrees. Now, two acute, less than 90 degrees, acute, less than 90 degrees, vertical angles. Now, vertical angle is formed by non-adjacent angles. They're non-adjacent angles, but they are formed by two intersecting lines. Well, if I've got a line here of HM and KN, HM and KN in this diagram, then where those intersect are going to form vertical angles. And I'm looking for an acute angle. Well, this angle here, let's see what color I could put this in. It'll show up. I'm going to put it in black. All right, this angle here, HJK, that angle formed right there, HJK, and NJM right here, those two are vertical angles formed by the intersection of two lines. So we got angle HJK and angle MJM. And I could name that MJN, I could name that KJH, but the common factor is I'm going to have J as the vertex. All right. So again, you got adjacent angles. These are angles that have a common vertex and share a common side. You got a linear pair. They are adjacent angles, meaning they share a common vertex and they share a common side, but they also, their opposite sides form a segment or a ray or a line, let's say. And then you got two acute, you got vertical angles. Vertical angles are not adjacent. They are opposite each other at the intersection of two lines. Identifying angle pair.